welcome to Slades Farm Skatepark. The park was one of the first concrete or bespoke concrete parks to be built in the UK, and it's been visited by all kinds of skateboarders, BMXers, and it has a real solid place in everyone's hearts who's been here over the years. So over the years the park's really changed. It used to come up from the top there was a big snake run that ran all the way through, and the tarmac wasn't here in the original days. So all of the new pieces, the metal parks and the concrete driveway, that's all been added over the years with very little investment. We've had lights added as well, which were in the late, must have been the late 90s. The issue being now, as well as the park's still used, it's not really used by skateboarders so much anymore because the surface is so worn down. It's actually dangerous for the wheels. It's super rough, but it is used quite a lot still by the BMX fraternity, and it's also been adopted to be used or kind of used a lot by the tertiary levels of scooters. But the problem that we've got is where the park has not been maintained, there has been no investment. Chunks of concrete have been drawn out and then replaced, and we've got massive cracks. The surface is completely unrollable. It's like skating on really coarse sandpaper. The more that they then try to repair it, they're having to dig out more of the original surface in order to repair cracks, which over a period of time, as that then starts to wear away, the cracks get larger. So the whole park is completely screwed. It's totally unusable. But then when we look at what's happening on the other side of the facility, or the other side of the grounds, there's been millions of pounds that have been invested. We've got cafes, we've got kids play parks, we've got cycle tracks, we've got dog walking pathways and ponds and all kinds of woodlands, cricket pitches, and it's literally running into millions and how much have been invested into the area. So it's literally as though the park has been forgotten. So on one side of the park you have the skate park, on the other side of the park you have the incredible investment into the cafe, the velodrome, the kids play park, and the walks in terms of the woods. Now I've seen in towns like Newquay, where they invested almost £800,000 into their skate park, that the return on the investment is quite significant. The council, or Newquay Town Council, have said or stated that it's around £2 million a year additional tourist revenue they've seen since the completion and the opening of their skate park. So we know that an investment into a good facility, whether it's a brand new facility, something on a world-class level, or even just bringing the facility up to date with smoother surfaces, because of the heritage, the park is going to attract such a large amount of people to the area. It'll increase spend limits through the cafe, through accommodation, through local hotels, and of course if people are visiting the area to come and use the skate park as well as other facilities, then they're going to be staying and using other parts of the town as well, encouraging people to use the beach, and perhaps into the New Forest and other parts. It's just really important that we do this. So what are we looking for? I mean, we've got a couple of options. We can take back the fact the park's 43 years old and look at trying to get it registered with heritage, what it's brought to the British skateboard community over the years, or we could look to just resurface it. Either way, the park deserves to get the attention it requires to bring it back to a safe, usable facility for both the community and for those who want to travel and revisit parks they might have skated years and years ago. It's something that the council have an obligation to do, and we really need to see this now because it's been so many years, we've had so many meetings, we've talked about the park on several occasions, we've met with the councillors down here, we've had charity events, we've had jams with the community jams to raise money for the park and to bring awareness to what's going on, and nothing seems to happen. We've seen millions invested around the peripheries of the park, through the velodrome, through the cafe, through the sports facilities, through the dog walking, and the only area that hasn't been invested into now is the skate park. Take it back to 1978, and the skate park was one of the very first things to be built, one of the very first investments, and it really has a huge place within the skateboard British heritage, and we need to see it back. Slades Farm. Let's see the place restored back to its original glory.